Near misses, creating awareness, and prevention. This is where we need to start really focusing a lot of our attention. We want to get into the prevention instead of the reaction. Why is reporting safety hazards and near misses important? The safety of our employees is our #1 concern above anything else, because we can't do our jobs if our employees are hurt or not here. They can't do their jobs. We can't run as a company. When people do not feel safe, they're not happy or productive. We want to start encouraging the employees to report safety hazards, near misses, and we want them using safety hazard alert cards. What is a near miss? A near miss is a warning that something unsafe is occurring at your job site. It's saying there is a potential hazard here, let's fix it before it becomes an actual incident, accident, injury. Ignoring an unsafe condition or situation allows for the opportunity for an incident to occur. Correcting these situations or conditions will provide healthier, more productive working environment for our customers and our employees. Safety is everyone's concern, so we want to create awareness among your employees. You guys and your employees also should be thinking about every hazardous situation, every incident, how did it happen, and what can be done to prevent it from happening in the future. That's where a lot of the terms you'll see on the investigation reports, the root causes. That's how did it happen. The corrective actions are, okay, what do we need to do to fix it? We want to do the same thing up front. When you see a hazard, when you see a near miss, we can do the exact same thing. What was the cause and how do we fix it? If you're aware of a hazardous situation at your job site, fix it immediately. And if you see that it's a result of someone doing a task incorrectly or it's procedurally related, retrain everybody. Because if there's one person at your location that might not be following the procedure correctly, there may be others who haven't been trained in a while, unfamiliar. The more training, the better. Anyone who's found to be acting in an unsafe manner or directing their employees to act in an unsafe manner will be subject to disciplinary action up to and including termination. I know sometimes we've discussed that with different things that have occurred. We want to make sure that everybody's behaving safely and that we're directing them to behave safely. Similarly with following the proper incident reporting procedures, because it's good to have the information quickly. It helps us, it helps the employee, it helps the situation financially, even for the employee to feel respected and taken care of. It's not okay under any circumstances to do something in an unsafe manner just to get the job done or because the client says that's how they want it done. We've said if you have a client that really wants something done in a way that you know is unsafe or that you know you need to make changes to, involve your district manager or your regional vice president, and they can help you communicate with the client if needed. So what is a near miss? And this is where we're focusing again on the prevention, on the upfront, so that we can keep people from being injured. A near miss is an incident that could have or almost happened. So tell me some examples of near misses you guys have seen at your sites.
The customer maybe get a change on the whole light.
Exactly. That's a big, big deal. So something that didn't happen but could have been extremely significant, you can now take action on, and you can be proactive, and you can make a positive change in your work environment. Somebody else.
That one facility though.
But that's good, and that's the kind of relationship we want to have with our clients. We want to have good, easy, effective communication, and it can be whatever way they need it to be. An unintentional, unsafe occurrence that could have resulted in an injury, fatality, or property damage, and we kind of saw, I think, the whole spectrum, talking about different circumstances you've seen at your sites. Only a fortunate break in the chain of events prevented a serious injury. The traffic, following the safety rules and not walking in front of a moving forklift. Maybe properly lifting the garbage and not getting stuck by the needle, or not touching it if it's seen before they start to lift, and going and getting the client and saying that needed to be taken care of. For every 330 incidents of the same type, 300 will not produce any injuries, 29 could produce a minor injury, and 1 could produce a serious injury. So statistics say if we reduce the potential up front, we're going to reduce at the end as well. The same things that cause incidents also cause near misses and are hazards in your work environments. Unsafe acts are one, so you can see. Improper lifting, walking under an overhead load, not using proper PPE. Unsafe conditions, poorly maintained equipment, liquids on the floor, Trasher boxes left in the hallways, what people frequently call housekeeping, which we usually are the ones to make sure is taken care of. Unsafe behaviors, hurrying to complete a task. And that's where, we want to make sure we're not just hurrying to get the job done. Hurrying is where a lot of things, people will take shortcuts or do things the Superman effect. We want to make sure our employees are really comfortable with, you don't need to hurry. We want you to do it safely. We want it done right. Always be on the lookout for safety hazards or near misses and encourage your employees to do the same. Let them know, tell me about it. Tell me what you see. Tell me what you think we can do to fix it. And that's a big one for getting them engaged. Ask them. They're going to have great ideas on how to fix the problem because they work with it every day. If the safety hazard or near miss is the result of an unsafe condition, do not work in that condition until it's been resolved. If it's a result of an unsafe act or behavior, make sure everyone involved has been alerted. Make an environment where your employees are comfortable talking to each other. If they see someone who doesn't have their PPE or if they see something going on next to them, get them comfortable with each other to bring those things up. Always follow proper work procedures. Someone mops the floor and forgets to put the wet floor sign, could result in someone slipping. This is one I see a lot of heads nodding. Good housekeeping, trip and fall hazard. The example says, stepping on a light bulb, you have glass hazard. You don't know what's in that trash that could be fallen on or stepped on. Uneven surfaces, so trips and falls. This would be something, let the client know. Maybe put a warning sign there so people walk around it instead of through it. Those are ways that we can help, even though it's something the client needs to take care of. Holes, trip hazards, those need to be covered. Frayed electrical cords, again, electrical hazard, and that's one that our employees can definitely participate in and talk to us about. Cords being secured, if they're using a vacuum cleaner that they're pulling a cord that's a trip and fall hazard, that's one I would love to see the employees start giving suggestions on how they think they can do that more safely. Because they're vacuuming. What do they think will help keep that out of their way? I see that. I see someone's vacuuming and they tripped over the cord. So get them involved. Say, okay, we don't want you to trip over this cord. Talk to us. What would you think would be a better way to do it? Proper PPE. Lockout, tag out. I know some of you who work in manufacturing areas are exposed to, equipment that needs lockout, tag out. So if you're anywhere near it, it's important that they're trained on either if they have to do it or to not undo it if they're working around machinery. Needle sticks, making sure that, they're lifting it. You don't ever want them touching their bodies with the garbage. Every effort should be made to make near-miss reporting, the investigation of it, and the follow-up and the corrective actions a proactive and positive experience. We want them involved. We want you involved. We want it to be a good thing. One of the biggest things that we want to really, really say today is near misses are good things to find. This isn't, I had an accident, I don't want to tell anyone because I don't want to get in trouble, or, it's not a bad thing. These are how we fix problems. Before anything bad happens, before anyone gets hurt, before there's property damage, we really want them to say, we want these. I mean, we have some clients who have a requirement of a good number of near misses be reported every month. Even our clients, they want to see the proactive. It's not a negative thing. It's a very, very positive thing. Everyone, you employees, needs to feel confident that we want to know that the hazards exist, that we care, and we want to do something about it. The employees need to be comfortable sharing their ideas about how to correct it. They need to be a part of the process, and that's going to be a big part of when we talk about, engaging the employees today. They need to really be a part of it, not just say, here's what I found. Ask them what they think we can do to fix it. Have them really take an active role in it. The objective is to learn from the near miss and to make appropriate changes